One, two, three, four. Following on from our last lesson where we were bringing the thumb over, we're really going to be getting stuck into that a lot more in Train Ride to Memphis. There will be some parts in this where you will be challenged because your thumb will be coming over and you'll also have to be stretching out with these three fingers. So quite a fretting challenge on this one. However, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So getting used to bringing this thumb over, doing this Hendrix grip is very, very useful. There are ways that you could bypass it. You can be using fingers like this, but I'll be honest with you, this really is the most comfortable way. So nice song this, Train Ride to Memphis. It's got this kind of, well, train on the tracks feel once again. In C, let's get started, learn how to play it. The first 4 bars of Train Ride to Memphis are based within a C chord. We're just lifting up fingers on the C chord and we're doing us keeping our right hand on its toes with the fingers that it's playing. Right hand and toes? You know what I mean. We're changing a lot around with the fingers. So we stick with the C chord. We're starting with pinching on the A and the E string. Then get the little finger and put it down on the 3rd fret on the B. You wouldn't normally do this for a C, but that's what we're going to do with this song. Strike that note, then thumb on D, then lift up the pinky to go back to that one. Then thumb on thickest, then index. Then put the pinky down again for bar 2, pinch the A and the B string, then lift up the pinky again, and this time pinch the D and the B string to give that 2 and 1. Then thumb on the bass note of the C, then move the thumb down to the 2nd fret on the D. So those 2 bars are. And the count in that is 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next bar. Next 2 bars. So it's very, very similar to the first, more or less the first, well, it's the same notes in the first, the same as bar 1, but the ending is different. So we pull the A and the E string, then middle with the little finger down on fret 3. So kind of, we're sort of putting this down, lifting it up a lot with this song. Then thumb on D, then index, revealing from the pinky to the index, bass note on the thickest string, then move the middle finger down to the 2nd fret on the G string, pull the thumb, index and middle, so 3-finger pinch, then lift it up again and put it back and pinch again those same strings, A, G and B, then thumb on D, thumb on A, thumb on D, so that should make 2, 3, 2, just because you're making a C chord. So that's those 4 bars. Excuse me. Then, the big change. So we're going to be moving this chord shape down to an F major 7. So that just means leaving the index where it is, move the middle down to 2nd fret on the G, and the ring finger down to 3rd fret on the D. What you want to always be aiming for is when you make this change is making it as small as possible. So not lifting up your fingers and moving it. So just make it a tiny little movement. You see my fingers barely look like they're moving. And when you see people who've been playing guitar a long time move their fingers, it doesn't look like they're moving their fingers because they've learnt about economy of motion. So make a very small motion, curl your thumb over and grip the thickest string on the 1st fret. Now, you're not quite there with the contortionism yet. You also have to put your little finger down on the 3rd fret on the B string because we're going to be doing a similar 3-1 thing on the B string with this particular chord. So you're going to pinch the E, G and B string, then just the G and B with a pinch with index and middle, then thumb on D, and then lift up the little finger to go back to 1 and 2. thumb on thickest, then thumb, index, and middle, index on the D string. So it's... Then put the pinky down again and pinch the thickest string and the D and G. Then move your thumb down to the G, G and B as a big pinch. Thumb on thickest, ring. So those two bars will take a bit of work, both with the strings that you're picking on the right hand and making this contortionist sort of F with the thumb over and the little finger down at the same time. Don't be surprised if you have got some muting as you're doing that. Just keep working on it, keep picking and checking the strings, pushing forwards, and if you really want it, you will get it. So keep going. So that's bars 5 and 6, and then you move to an A minor chord with your pinky finger also holding down fret 3 on the B string. Notice that's a theme. Then pinching. Then thumb on D, and then lifting up with the pinky to go to those 1 and 2. Then thumb on A, then pinching D, G, and B with the pinky back down again. So pinky, no pinky, pinky. Then back to A minor, thumb, index, and middle. Thumb on D, open on thickest, third on thickest. Then back to this F shape. So this is exactly the same as we did in bar 5. So I'll start that again. So this is exactly the same. Bars 9 and 10 are the same as bars 5 and 6, even if I can't play them right now. There we go, sorry about that. And then bars 11 and 12 are the same as bars 7 and 8, so technically it's a repeat. The only difference is in bar 12, instead of going open on thickest, third fret on thickest, we go open on A, second fret on A, and we crawl back up to C. This is the same as bar 1. This is the same as bar 2. This is the same as bar 3. And we're finishing on an open C pinch. So bars 5, 6, 7 and 8, well basically bars 5 to 12, they are a repeat. However, they will take the most concentration when it comes to the strings you're picking and bringing the thumb over. Enjoy this song. It's quite the challenge, but we've still got the last song to go in the course, which is going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you save a bit of energy for that one too.